Good morning, bom dia, buenos dias. It is March 21st, 8 a.m. It is day 75 of 75, and I am officially almost done. This is the last day. Like, it's so wild to me to think that 75 days ago, I made this commitment to myself to really focus on myself, to treat myself well, to make sure that I'm doing the things that ensure that I am living an optimal life, that I feel good in my body, that my mentality feels great. And I can honestly tell you, I have never felt as good as I do right now. So much has happened in such a short time. This has not been all roses and peaches, and it's definitely been hard. There have been some really challenging things that have happened in these last 75 days. I dealt with a family death. My grandma passed away during this time. I dropped a freaking 16-foot, 30-pound tree branch on my toe. And even with all of those things, I still stayed committed to myself. It's been one of the most helpful experiences for really understanding how to treat my body well based on my lipedema. I feel like I am just in the right direction for really knowing who I am and what my body needs more than I ever have. In my 33, almost 34 years of living, I just feel so good. I feel empowered. I feel strong and confident in who I am. And I've always been confident, but I even feel more that way now. But I just feel so grounded in my sense of self and in knowing that I can do hard things and in knowing that I can continue to prioritize myself, to treat myself well, to do the things that I know that just help me to be better. I feel so good, and I hope that this is something that other people feel when they complete this challenge too. I will say, I really have been thinking a lot, like, is my life gonna change post 75 hard? Am I gonna stop working out every day? Am I gonna stop going on my walks every day? Are things gonna really change? And right now, the answer is no. I don't really see myself making significant changes around what I have implemented, because the feeling that I have about myself right now is one that I don't want to go away. And I genuinely love working out. I love my Pilates classes and bar classes and going to kickboxing and doing all of the things that I have done. And why would I stop doing something that I already love? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And as far as the diet goes, I 100% know this is the diet that I'll have to continue to follow for the rest of my life. It's the recommended diet for people that have lipedema. And I have noticed a direct positive effect on how my body reacts to food. I cannot eat gluten. It is 100% something that will no longer be a part of my diet. And the studies have shown that people with lipedema have a very similar reaction to gluten as those who have celiac disease. So I know it's just not good for me, and it doesn't make me feel good. So why would I continue to do something or eat something that I know causes inflammation and hurts me? So the low carb ketogenic lifestyle is one that I will continue to follow because it's what's going to help me to continue to manage my disease and make sure that it doesn't progress further. And I would say, especially since my grandma passed, knowing that she also had lipedema and seeing what her experience looked like at end of life with this disease that she did not know how to manage, I know for sure that is not something that I want to go through. I want to make sure that I'm able to live a long and prosperous life that is pain-free, and that was not something that she was able to do. She did live a long life, but it was not pain-free, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing all of the right things to make sure that that is not my experience. Now, obviously, there's so much in life that is out of our control. Not every day is a happy day, but if you show up for yourself every day, if you continue to make those small changes and steps towards building a better you, that's the best that you can do. If you continue to talk to yourself well, to tell yourself that you are good, that you are capable, that you are a healthy person, your body is going to continue to believe that and continue to evolve and change. Also, in other news, look at the duckies. Anyways, I just feel so full of gratitude, and I'm just so excited for you all to spend the last day of 75 hard with me. So today I'm headed to my favorite class, which is Bar 3 Strength with my absolute favorite instructor of all time, Mindy. I can't wait to bring you all along, and maybe we'll cook something fun for dinner. I kind of want to make this barramundi fish that I have made before, and I've never showed you all how to make it. It is phenomenal. It was one of these random things that I decided to make because the fish was on sale at Costco, and it is so good. But I'm just so excited to hang out with you all. And if you're anything like me and you like numbers and stats and data and all of that, don't worry, we'll sit down later today, go through my Oura Ring data. I'll tell you all as well how much weight I lost. So just know that when we get to the end of the vlog, if that's something that you don't want to know and are not interested in hearing, just skip the end. But all of the day today is gonna be good. I'm gonna have a little breakfast. I made quiche this week. It looks delish. And I've got some sausage, cheese, and strawberries. And then my little protein coffee to go with it. And I'm gonna enjoy this. Then I need to take a shower and get ready for class.
You're also attached to your wrist and your ankle. Okay, so I want you to pull, lengthen, yes. So really, if you're a little more, you hinge back a little more. Lighten the load in your feet. So as if you were doing this, lift, push. Okay, so you guys know your core, pull, press, in, down, nice. Pull, give yourself grace and space. That's it. Lift, lower, all the way up. Press up. 4 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, push up, inhale.
Workout 75 of 75 indoor is done. I feel so good. So energized. My hair stayed perfect. Filmed the tutorial on TikTok, so if you're not following me over there, go over there and check it out, because this is a slick back bun that's done pigtail style. If you have a lot of hair like I do, it makes it so much easier. I love it. Anyways, I need to get a little bit of work done because I have yet to do any work today. I've got some editing to do. I think I have a meeting that I have to hop into today, and gotta get it done. But I'm so energized, pumped, just full of joy from that class. Mindy is just truly the best. If you are ever in Nashville, you need to take a Bar 3 class with Mindy because it's life-changing. I made myself a little post-workout snack. This is what we're working with. It is a little bit of kiwi, and then this granola, which I think is from a brand called Nutrails? I don't know, I can't remember, but it's gluten-free, low carb. I think it's technically keto. And then I like the Faye dairy-free yogurt, and I put a little tiny bit of vanilla bean paste in here too. So I'm gonna eat this because it's gonna be tasty. But I love kiwi. It's my favorite fruit of all time. Like, I think the only fruit that I actually carry in the fridge like all the time is kiwi. Cheers. Snack was amazing, and while I was snacking, I got a notification that I got a new package in the mailroom. So I want to go check and see, because fingers crossed that it's actually the activewear that I just ordered, because I want to show it to you all because I think it's gonna be cute, and hopefully it's still stocked because it was on major sale. If I'm being totally honest, I have no clue what this package is. The box says Stein Production. No clue what that means. It's honestly kind of heavy too. Like, I truly have no clue what it is. Kind of exciting. Okay, I know it's from Degree. It's like a full-on production. Okay, this is what the box looks like. How cool is that? I'm not sure why they sent this to me though, because I was supposed to go on a brand trip with them that I can't go on, and I thought this was for the brand trip people, so I'm not really sure why this showed up at my door. But I really am curious to see what's inside. The packaging is insane. Oh, it's the whole body deo. I hope this is not all that's in this huge ass package. I love their whole body deo. I did a project with them over on Instagram, and it's 10 out of 10. It smells incredible. But why is it so heavy? And there's a lock here without a key. How do I know is there a code? Answer the clues below to crack the code for the whole body freshness. How many hours of protection does Degree whole body deodorant provide? 24? Is it 24 or 48? 72. What is the point value of the highest scoring basketball shot? 3. Okay, got it. It's kind of fun. Oh my God, how cool is this? Do you see this? They sent me Crocs. I freaking love them so much. And then there's also a little sweat set in here that says Degree with the whole body logo on the back. To be honest, I probably wouldn't wear this. This is a bit too brand forward for me, but the color is cute. Does go with my skin tone well. But the Crocs and a little restock on the whole body deo, it's where it's at. This was so random, but thank you so much, Degree, for sending this over. I love working with them. They are such a huge brand partner for me, and they are the best. Their team is just amazing, so love these. I'm finally back to sit down and talk to you all about the results of 75 Hard. So much has happened since I had the time to film the little sit down portion and talk about what my thoughts were, how it went, all of those things. I have just been on like a crazy schedule with travel and all of the things, and I just haven't had time to sit down and film the last part of this, because I think this is probably the most interesting part. Is truly, I think that 75 Hard was one of the most transformative and incredible experiences that I have ever had, especially when it comes to health and wellness and prioritizing myself. Since 75 Hard ended, I have still continued to maintain a very similar lifestyle. The actual workouts that I've been doing has kind of dipped a little bit. I would say I'm more on a 5 days a week schedule with walks every single day, which is obviously a given since you all know I have a puppy. He's not a puppy, he's 17 years old, but the daily walks, being outside, all of those things have definitely stayed a part of my daily routine and life. And I just have really enjoyed getting back into a space where I feel so good and so strong, both mentally, physically, emotionally, all of those things. And the thing that I will say that was the most transformative with the entire experience was hands down understanding how food affects me. With having lipedema and knowing that I need to be in a more low carb ketogenic lifestyle, this really helped me to set myself up for success for the future. It didn't feel like a diet. It doesn't feel like a diet because it feels like something that I have to do to continue to optimize my life, to continue to be able to do the things that I want to do, to travel, to walk everywhere, to be physically fit, to be able to go hiking, to do everything that I want and desire. I know that this is something that I will have to continue to do for a lifetime. I just think that that is 100% going to be just a very significant part of my life. And what's, I think, most impactful for me is that I was able to do this entire experience with my mom, who also has lipedema, and for us to be able to reflect and talk about how we're feeling and how we feel so much better in the changes that have been made and in how just my body feels in general. Like, I don't feel as inflamed as I used to. My joints don't hurt anymore. My feet don't hurt anymore. So all of like those physical attributes or benefits were hands down makes me never want to change the way that I'm eating. Like, there will be times in life where obviously I will eat things that maybe are a little higher carbohydrate, but for the most part, I do know that that will be something that I will continue to stick with from here on out. So yeah, I think that was definitely such a key part for me to this whole entire experience. I think a lot of us take for granted how much food can really affect us, and I think it's individualized as well. Every single one of us has our own body, mitochondria, things that work for us, things that don't work for us. And so I would say really focus on yourself, focus on the things that make you feel great, and stick to that. So water has stayed the same, exercise and fitness is relatively the same, but the thing that has kind of gone by the wayside is the daily reading. I will say I love reading, but I didn't love having to be so regimented with having to read 10 pages every single day. It was such a great morning routine. Like, my morning routine was on lock. I will still read here and there in the morning, but honestly, I prefer to read at night, and I also prefer to read fiction, which I don't think I ever would have have said that, but hands down, my favorite book that I read of all of the books that I read was the very first one. The book was called Good Energy by Casey Means, and it honestly was so incredible. I just loved how it was written. I loved all of the research behind it. I loved understanding more about my body. I think my biggest key takeaway from it was the fact that our mitochondria is listening to every single word of what we are saying. So if you speak to yourself in a negative light, your body will respond negatively. If you speak to yourself positively, if you say, I'm healthy, I can do the things that I want to do in life, I am capable, I'm able, I'm a good person, I know that I am worthy of love, whatever it is that you want to say to yourself, all of those positive affirmations actually gets seeped into your mitochondria. Like you actually start to understand and your body starts to respond to the way that you speak to yourself, which I think is just like absolutely like incredible. Hands down, number one recommendation would be Good Energy. The thing that I'm sure you all want to see the most are some before and after photos or video, I guess. I have a few of kind of what I looked like at the very beginning, in the middle, and at the end, and I'll make sure that I like incorporate them in this section. And we're gonna get into talking about weight loss and like measurements. So if that is not something that is for you, I recommend that you stop watching the video now. Otherwise, let's get into it. Okay, in terms of measurements, I lost a total of 12 inches across my whole entire body, which I think is incredible. The biggest difference though was my hips. For sure. My hips went from being 62 inches to being 58 inches. So I lost 4 inches off of my hips, and I thought that was insane. Like, especially my hip area, hip and bum area, that is one of the things that is always really difficult for my body to start to get smaller within. And I was really, really surprised. So since finishing 75 hard, I have flown, I think 6 or 7 times at least. Every single time, for the first time since like 2018, the seatbelts have fit. So I would say for me, that is the best non-scale victory that I ever could have experienced from doing this. And I know that it's only gonna continue to improve and get better because post 75 hard, I have continued to gradually lose more weight as well. But within the 75 hard window, I lost a total of, drumroll please, 32 pounds. Like, that's a lot of weight in a very short amount of time. It just consistently went down and down and down, and I'm just literally amazed at how my body and my mind and my spirit and my soul and just everything in my life has completely transformed. I do think it's something that I would do again. And what I will say is I really liked the time frame of when I chose to do this. I think for me, I would probably do it again, either at the beginning of the new year or in maybe like October, like to December timeframe. I think in the summertime, it would be really difficult for me to do this because summertime I'm out more, there's more drinks and that sort of stuff that's going on, there's more parties and that sort of thing. But yeah, the new year was definitely the time of the year for this, for me to do it. And I just thrived. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that asked me whether I thought it was something that was beneficial or not. And I would say, even if you can commit to 75 days of just one of the elements of 75 hard, you're already winning. Even if you can just say, I'm gonna go for a walk every single day for 20 minutes a day, and that's the goal for 75 days, I think that's such an incredible place to start. You know, the rules at large of everything can be really challenging for a lot of people. So I would say if it's something that you're brand new to, definitely just dip your toe into it versus doing a full-on, you know, dive in. That's the results. I loved doing this, and I appreciate you all for bearing with me as I was finishing filming and just everything with life and all of that. But yes, 75 hard was incredible, and yes, you should do it too. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much. Stay tuned for the next vlog that's gonna be coming very soon because it's my most recent trip that I took to Iceland, Stockholm, and Copenhagen. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.